This is me just 12 months ago, a human potato, 20% body fat, sluggish, and overall just unathletic. But after training like a hybrid athlete for 12 months, my gains skyrocketed, my body fat plummeted, my speed and endurance shot up, and my energy levels hit a new PR. But I have a confession. I didn't train like a traditional hybrid athlete. Instead of running far, I focused on running fast. Trying to lift and run long distances killed my gains and zapped my energy levels. It even made me fat, and my wife and cats almost left me.
I was only looking for your abs.
But this strategy got me dick skin shredded without changing eating habits, counting calories, and having cheat meals when I want. And it is mind-blowing. More people aren't training like this. Becoming superhuman. Damn, it's episode 11 already. You know, most people think hybrid athlete training is the perfect mix of lifting weights and going on long runs. And this is exactly where it all went wrong for me, because the more I ran, the worse I looked. Running 10 miles a day? Who the hell has that kind of time? Nobody talks about the fact that hybrid athlete training, it works best for people who already have a lot of muscle mass and then they start running. Now, the actual definition of hybrid athlete is not someone who lifts weights and runs far. It's simply someone who excels at multiple training disciplines. You could be a power lifter, and you could be a ballerina. Now, the secret behind my insane 12-month body transformation lies within your muscle fibers. We all have 3 types of muscle fibers, and we all have a different ratio of these 3 muscle fiber types. And this is called genetics, because the guy who wins the marathon does not have the genetics to be the fastest or strongest man in the world, and vice versa. Type 1 muscle fibers used in endurance activities like long distance running. Type 2A, these are used in moderate to high intensity lifting. In type 2X, these are used in extreme activities like sprinting, jumping, and very heavy lifting. And here's the kicker. Most people barely use their type 2X muscle fibers. They literally lie dormant, leading to less muscle mass, decreased metabolism, and dreaded micropenis syndrome.
True story.
Now you're probably thinking, of course, you had a crazy transformation, you're on a ton of steroids, dum-dum, but will this type of training actually help me transform my body faster? First of all, I'm as natural as an avocado. I've been training for 20 years and I only weigh 200 pounds at 6 feet tall. Second of all, yes, this is exactly how I would recommend anyone to train from beginner to advanced if you want to be bigger, leaner, stronger, faster, and even sexier. But it is so crucial that you follow a very specific protocol or you will tear a knee tendon or even worse, a scrotum. Think of this type of training like you're a character in a video game, constantly leveling up your attributes. You have strength, speed, endurance, athleticism, and even aesthetics. Instead of just focusing on one, you're improving all these over the course of the year. So to give you guys inspiration on your journey, last January, I set 9 fitness goals that I thought I could achieve if I committed to this style of training for just 1 year. 12 months may seem like a long time, but how many people do you know who've had a crazy body transformation in less than a year without inheriting tons of back acne along the way? So here are the 9 goals I set to achieve from January 2024 to December 2024. Number 1, increase muscle mass. Number 2, decrease body fat from 20% to 10%. Number 3, increase my VO2 max. Number 4, dunk a basketball. Number 5, bench press 225 pounds for 15 repetitions. Number 6, box squat 425 pounds. Number 7, run a sub 12-second 100 meter. Number 8, do 20 pull-ups in a row. And number 9, just look like a jack sprinter. So month 1, I was in pretty bad shape. So we took things nice and slow. Kept my workout routine fairly simple. We did push, pull, legs, upper, lower. So we're lifting 5 times a week. We did 2 zone 2 cardio workouts every single week, which is basically just 20 to 25 minutes of running or jogging for 3 to 5 minutes and then walking while my heart rate is elevated for 3 to 5 minutes. It was as simple as that. But in January 2024, these goals felt like climbing Mount Everest barefoot because I was fat, unathletic, and out of shape. But hey, every superhuman starts somewhere, right? Now getting into month 2, what do? We increase the intensity a little bit more. We're gonna get some pump formula in our system, and I'm excited to get these gains back. Let's go. First of all, we followed C-Bum's FST7 arm training to build some size on the arms, as I showed you guys on this channel. Now, what we also did is we increased the zone 2 cardio session from 2 times a week to 4 times a week. And we also added in athletic leg days. So on my leg days, which is box squats, lunges, dumbbell Bulgarian split squats, we also added dumbbell squat jumps and box jumps to work on those type 2X muscle fibers. Now, by month 3, I've already lost 2 of these. This is just 5 pounds of fat. I've already gained 2 of these, and I am ready to take this hybrid athlete training program to the next level. So what do? We did zone 2 training every single day on top of lifting, and this is where the magic happened. I became the world's most unhinged cardio enthusiast, treating my neighborhood like an American Ninja Warrior course, running backwards up hills like my life depended on it, and in just 30 days of doing cardio every day, I increased my VO2 max by over 20%, which is one of the biggest indicators to your cardiovascular fitness and how long you will live.
Look at that. Yeah, we did it. Hell yeah.
With one huge goal of mine crossed off already, I was one step closer to unlocking superhuman status and had the cardio foundation now to take things to the next level. But just when I thought I was rolling, I ran into a huge, unexpected, and very painful issue that literally has ended some of my favorite athletes' careers. Now by month 4, we have added in sprints on top of lifting and plyometrics, but we ran into a little issue. My body was sore as f. My legs literally felt like jello, so I had to start foam rolling every day. Then we ran into a way bigger issue, my Achilles tendon and my knee tendon. Today I feel it a ton in my Achilles on both sides, like ankles and Achilles. Oh. This might be worse than the dentist. This is just consistently like a 9 out of 10 pain. So let me show you what I did. I started working my Achilles tendon by doing body weight and weighted calf raises. Literally doing this every day for 2 weeks, total game changer. Now, my right knee tendon from all the jumping and all the squatting, I started doing knees over toes, elevated slant board squats. Look what happens, knees over toes, slow and controlled, 12 to 15 reps. And by the end of month 4, I was faster, I had better endurance, I had way less body fat, and I had way more muscle mass. Month 5, we cranked up the type 2X muscle fiber training even more. We did 2 push and pull workouts per week. We did 2 athletic leg days and 2 sprinting sessions on top of the knee tendon work and the Achilles tendon work, and we are ready for peak hybrid athlete training. So June, July, August, and September were our main training months. And notice that we didn't just go right into sprinting. We built up the foundation, we did the zone 2, we started adding in sprints, we did the tendon work, the plyometrics, and over this 4-month period, I literally got in the best shape of my life by the end of September. And we knocked off literally every single goal that we set over this period. We ran a sub 12-second 100 meter. And if you guys want to see my sprinting regimen, I'll link that video of me training like an Olympic sprinter down in the description below. But we did the 225 bench press for 15 reps. We hit the 425-pound box squat. Of course, we already hit that VO2 max goal. And during this time, my body was truly capable of sprinting twice a week, lifting 4 to 5 times a week, having 2 leg days, doing all the tendon work. But if I started doing this in January, I would have 100% gotten injured. So the moral of the story is you have to build up to these intense training stages. And since I had a proper build up, I was actually able to see incredible progress over just 4 months. Now the final 3 months of the year, I managed to lose a ton more body fat and actually get into single-digit body fat by simply adding just one magical thing to my program. By walking for 1 hour a day. If you walk just 1 hour a day for 30 days, you would burn an extra 13,800 calories, which comes out to over 12 pounds of fat in just 90 days. This is 5 pounds of fat, for example. I actually lost over 2 of these the final 3 months of my hybrid athlete transformation, and I did it without really changing my diet at all, having a ton of cheat meals, and not even counting calories. But how can you become a hybrid athlete walking away from this video so you can have a similar transformation to me? Let's get into my cheat sheet. Month 1 through 3, the first 90 days of the program, keep things simple and do not get injured. I recommend training every single major muscle group 1 to 2 times per week. Now you could do push-pull legs, you could literally do any split, and I recommend you use the balloon method, which is gonna maximize the only 3 science-backed ways that your body builds muscle in like a 30-minute workout or less. And you can find tons of balloon method workouts for every single muscle group on the homepage of this channel under Superhuman workouts. Now for the type 2X muscle fiber training, what I recommend that you do is you sprint twice per week and you do like 5 total sprint intervals, like literally can only last 10 to 15 seconds. And I want you to go at 80 to 90% maximum speed. So don't go 100%, go about 80 to 90% so you do not pull a hamstring or a groin or tear something like my boy Kevin Hart did. And that will adapt your body for the more intense hybrid athlete training later on in the year. So if you want to play it really safe, month 4 and month 5, what I want you to do is crank it up a little bit more, but not 100% quite yet. So you're at about 95% maximum capacity on your sprint intervals. You may be doing 6 total sprints per workout that last for 10 to 15 seconds each sprint. You're resting, 3 to 4 minutes between sprints. Watch my video. I train like an Olympic sprinter for 30 days if you want a legit sprinting workout, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Just keep it simple. Just run 6 sprints. Now, the final 6 to 7 months of the year, what I want you to do is you are in hybrid athlete mode now. You are sprinting 100% maximum capacity for anywhere between 5 and 8 total sprints per workout. And these sprints could be anywhere from 60 meters to 100 to 150 meters. The main thing is that you are firing up those fast twitch muscle fibers in tandem with your balloon method training or any type of weight training where you are hitting each major muscle group 1 to 2 times per week. Now, if you really want to get lean and crank up the fat loss, what you can do is copy my routine. Simply start walking an hour a day in tandem with the weight training and the 2 times per week sprint training. And this may seem like a big commitment, but it's really not because you're probably eating 3 meals a day. A great time to walk is simply after you eat a big meal. So simply go for a 15 to 20 minute walk after each major meal and you will chip away at an hour a day and burn a ton more fat. And that is how you have an insane hybrid athlete body transformation just like me. It is as simple as that. One more very important thing. If you want to have results like me, you're obviously going to need a plug for my dealer. So I put his phone number down in the description below.
You ain't got no games. You ain't lift no weights.